Welcome to the Performer Radio Show. Each week, we interview some of the most interesting people in the fashion and entertainment industries. Fashion and entertainment industries. Beautiful models, singers, comedians, dancers, fashion designers, actors, beauty queens, and many more. Right here on the Performer Radio Show.
And welcome to another edition of the Performer Radio Show. My name is Mike Zotos, and you can hear the Performer Radio Show on PerformerRadio.com, DirtyWaterNews.com, the UR Business Network, and the TuneIn Radio Network, which is available in all these cars these days and whatnot. We are back from our summer siesta, I should call it, or you want to call it hiatus, whatever. We were last here in the middle of June, actually towards the end of June. I think June 25th was our last broadcast. And we've got two young ladies sitting in the seats right now, are going to be kind of co-hostesses for today. We've got Bianca, say hello. Bianca Reyes, and she was our intern last season, and she filled in at the end, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And we got, I think you were on our show last year, Liz. 2 years ago. You were last year? No, actually, it was 2 years ago, or 2 seasons ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was that's how fast time flies, you know? Wow. You were just sitting there, and you didn't realize you were going to be on camera and everything. I remember you were so cute and whatnot. That was when Jessica was still...
Adorable.
That was when Jessica was still hosting the show, I remember. I was like, that was when we were still at the Peru, and you were like...
Yeah, it was Jessica and Marie, I think.
Yeah, right, that's right. That was Jessica and Marie with that. Marie was a guest that day, and Jessica was the co-hostess. Oh. Right, and Marie was a guest that night, and you just kind of just dropped in. I put you on camera just for a couple seconds and just said hello. You know, but things have come a long way since then, haven't they? In terms of you and Dirty Water and myself and how much work we've done together. The reason why I'm introducing Liz, we'll call you Diamond Liz because that's what you go by. You've been doing hosting for Dirty Water News now, and this month in September, you are now on the cover of Dirty Water. I'm going to show people this in the camera. You're on the cover of Dirty Water News. You can show people in that camera too. Interesting outfit. we had a back to school theme going on, obviously, and you and I both came up with this. In a sense, we
went shopping together. Yes,
we did go shopping together, which was interesting.
That was fun.
You found shoes that actually matched, and this is not like custom-made shoes or anything. That was actually something that you found that actually literally perfectly matched the outfit that you were wearing, the schoolgirl outfit, which is, you know, I know girls like to be coordinated, but damn, that's really coordinated. And of course, all the props and everything else. And we had to find a venue for this shoot too. This was taken in an actual school. I'm not going to say where. We're not we're going to get him in trouble because we did have permission, but we actually took this in a college classroom, and we had a lot of fun with it. The actor there is Billy Dufresne, who was playing the nerdy professor, Professor Brainerd. We like to emphasize the nerd part of that point right there. We shot that in one afternoon. We had to miss the Patriots opening game, unfortunately, for that, because that's the only time they could give us to shoot the event. Bianca, how was your summer?
It has been great.
It has been. You're saying it's like it's still going on.
For me, it is.
Oh, for you, it is?
I don't want it to end.
So what'd you do for the summertime?
Nothing really. Just hung out, photo shoots. Nothing special.
Nothing special? That sounds special if you're not into... If you're just like a regular, everyday girl.
I guess.
Yeah, just photo shoots. Nothing special.
Nothing new.
Yeah, well, who are some of the photographers you shot with?
Oh, my. Let me see. Russ, I've shot with...
Russ Mezakowski.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Let me try to think. I've shot with so many new ones. I've shot with you. We did the... catalog for Dolo Clothing,
that's right.
I've done the cool
Both you and Liz were in that one.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I think that was the first day I met you, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That was a wicked fun time.
Yeah,
I like that whole
There's that New England, there's that wicked fun. Okay, good.
I didn't even realize.
Boston.
There's that New England Boston coming out. Wicked. Okay, and you last time I think we were talking, which was late June. You were saying that you were going to be hitting the beach a lot.
Oh my gosh,
Did you?
Of course, I did. I actually just shot on the beach a few days ago at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was freezing.
Liz and I did that too.
It was freezing.
Really? I know it's definitely a lot colder now that we're like in September.
Well, we did that in like mid-July. And
it wasn't really too cold for me.
No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, the temperature-wise, it wasn't that bad. But the water was still cold. The water is actually warmer in September, late August and September than it is in mid-July, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
actually
go in
is.
the water. I couldn't. I was way too cold.
But the sunrise, of course, is a lot earlier in July than it is in September. So that does make a big difference, especially when you're shooting, because you have actually longer amount of time to shoot when you're closer to June 21st, because the sunrise takes longer, and the closer you get to, late September, it's a much quicker sunrise. So you have to get your shots really. Sunsets too, same thing. You have to get them done really quickly. So what's planned for the fall for you, Bianca?
Nothing really. Same old stuff.
Same old stuff? What about you, Liz? Anything planned specifically? I know we got a couple of special.
Yeah, we have.
You
a
both
bunch of
have
stuff
birthdays coming. I wanted you to mention
birthday.
you both have birthdays in October, for crying out loud.
You're a Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Libra. My birthday's coming up on October 22nd.
And hers is following. They're close thereafter, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the 26th.
26. So you're only 4 days apart. How about
Yeah.
that? Party, party, party. And how does it feel having a birthday so close to Halloween?
I love it.
You love it?
Gosh, I love Halloween. Of
So,
course.
Liz, you're about a week away from Halloween, but you still probably had a lot of.
Yeah, I like it. When I was younger, like my mom would put all this Halloween themed stuff on my birthday. I didn't like that. but
Really?
yeah.
I love it.
Because you felt like you were sharing a holiday.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. They're supposed to be separate. My birthday and then Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not Christmas, so you have to
Yeah.
get the one
yeah.
present. This is for your birthday and for Christmas type of thing. A lot of people in December hate that. Yeah, I know they hate that, definitely. Coming up later on in this show, we're going to have something really interesting and kind of seasonal in a sense. We're going to have Jen from Barrett's Haunted Mansion coming in here. I promise she won't bite.
I'm going to have nightmares.
Oh, God. But Barrett's Haunted Mansion has been around for quite a long time, and she's going to talk about the process of opening up this event, or actually attraction, I should say, for thousands, tens of thousands of people that they handle every season. It's getting bigger and bigger all the time. And she's going to talk about casting and everything that's involved in the process, and how people can be a part of it if they want to, or just go down and have a lot of fun. It's located in Abington off of Route 18. So that's coming up in just a few minutes. Next week, we are probably going to be having Lamont Price, a comedian who usually starts our season, but he couldn't make it for the first show this time. But he's going to probably be coming in next week. And we're going to have a lot of fun with Lamont, because Lamont just always likes to kick off our
I
season with a good
remember
one.
Lamont.
Yeah, actually, your first time meeting Lamont, he didn't know you were he just kind of.
I didn't know he was the comedian that we were going to watch.
She thought he was insulting her when he was trying to make a joke.
Yeah, I did.
And then we
Funny,
sat.
though.
Then we sat to a show, and you really did like it. We saw him at Nick's Comedy Stop, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Now we're Facebook friends, and
There you go. Yeah.
We
Now
talk
he
here and there.
harasses you on Facebook instead of in person. But no, he's a great guy. He's a lot of fun, and he's been doing a lot of great shows up in the Boston area, as well as throughout New England and whatnot. So we're going to probably have him on next week, which will be, I believe. Is that October 1st already? That one? I don't remember.
No,
There's so many.
2 weeks from now.
No, that's next week. That's October 1st, I believe, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to take a look at a calendar while I'm in the middle. I can do it right now. Nope, I'm not. I'm totally inept when it comes to my phone. But yeah, that's next week. We're gonna have Lamont, and we got so many things going on. We had last Friday night. We did our first live show from the Greatest Bar, which has become a very common thing for a lot of the Dirty Water news shows that are originating out of the Greatest Bar at this point in time. So we're going to take a quick little break right now, and then we're going to come back with Jen from Barrett's Haunted Mansion. We'll be right back.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
In the studio right now, we have Ms. Jen Boucher. Jen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
And Jen helps run Barrett's Haunted Mansion. You handle PR for Barrett's and a
Yes.
lot of other things as well.
Absolutely.
I've seen you running around almost like half dead.
Always, always.
Always. And the attraction is amazing. I was there last year with a few people, and we covered it for Dirty Water News in terms of an article. And this year we're probably going to go a little bit further than that, but we're not going to say anything We'll just, no cat out of the bag
That's
at this
a surprise,
point. That's
yeah.
a surprise, yeah, absolutely. And the amount of people there, I mean, that night that we were there, it probably at least several thousand. I'm roughly
absolutely, yeah.
guessing several thousand.
Yep.
And it's quite an energetic atmosphere, and little kids, families, adults, all kinds,
ages, yeah.
all ages, all enjoying this. How long has this been around?
This is actually, we're going into our 23rd year.
23 years,
Yeah.
over 2 decades.
Yeah,
Wow.
and 23 years ago, it started with plastic bags separating different rooms. I'm talking old trash bags, like separating rooms, to now scenes you'd see straight out of movies. We've really come so far. It's quite unbelievable.
Now, whose idea was this? Who came up with this concept at first?
This is my aunt. We own Barrett Restaurant, the Barrett Restaurant Group, so we have restaurants, and we had this house on our property. And my grandfather had gone to Chicago and seen a pumpkin patch, and said, we have this house on the property next to a miniature golf course that we owned as well. Let's do a pumpkin patch, have families and kids come down. Mary said, let's do a haunted house. And he said, it will never, ever work. I will let you do it, but it will never work. And 23 years later, here we are. Lines 3 hours long on the weekends. Yeah,
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yep.
So, the first year, obviously, let's just see what happens.
Exactly.
Now, did the first year, how many people showed up? Roughly, just
Let's say it was more like hundreds compared to the thousands that you were
right.
seeing.
No, actually, you could say tens of thousands at this point. easily.
Exactly. Yep.
So the hundreds of people, do they oh, that was cute?
It was- you know
what
what?
inspired you to go on is what I'm saying. There
It
must have been something.
Well, absolutely. It was cool for the times. I think we've always kind of kept up with what was going on, but it was a beginning for us, for Mary, I should say. I wasn't quite around yet then. But we started, Mary's an artist, at heart, so she really started getting into it more. We brought on more crew, and it grew and
blossomed,
grew.
huh?
Absolutely, yep.
So in the first years, did you have that shack there, or was it that part of was that part of the miniature golf at that time? Was
Where
that what
you get tickets and kind of get introduced.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
that was part of our miniature golf course. We
Okay.
tore the golf course down to what you saw last year was the
Right.
Cell. That was a brand new attraction that we have. It's a maze. You girls, you wouldn't survive.
That's it.
Yep.
Make them feel
I know, it's
scared before they even walk into the place.
Exactly. But yeah, it's been growing and growing, and we've acquired quite a team of makeup artists. We only have a core group of artists and makeup artists and actors, and other than that, we man the house with volunteers who are working for their charity, and that's how we've been doing it.
okay.
Almost $250,000 we've donated towards charity.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and not many people know that. So we do a lot for the community. We're really proud. We do a lot every year, and people love
You
it.
guys have it's like a mini Disney World there. You got the parking attendants,
Exactly.
and everyone knows what they need to do, their job and whatnot.
Yep.
And just like Disney World, you've got characters all over the place. And so before you even get in, you keep people occupied
Oh,
with,
absolutely.
with quite a few frightening scenarios.
As
We're not going to
soon
say
as you pull in the parking lot.
as soon as you pull in
it's
the parking
over.
lot.
I'll be in tears already.
Yeah.
So you got them all going crazy before they even walk in the door, specifically. Now, okay, casting, makeup, all obviously this got bigger and bigger over time.
Mm-hmm.
When do you start the process of casting for the cast members each year?
Well, like I said, we've had a core group that has been with us for a long time. So I'd say a good 6 months before we open, our core crew of actors started interviewing. We put out a big casting call. They come in. They actually have to put on little shows for us. We see what they're made of, and if they make it, they start off in the house. I said it's manned by volunteers, but we have a few core actors that are in there to kind of create some inspiration for the volunteers that are there. But other than that, this is a year-long process. We don't stop.
And where do you find your makeup artists? How did you do that? I'm sure you have a few that have come
Yeah,
and
they've
gone.
come from all over the place, and what happens is I really think people fall in love with the place, and they follow it, and as they get older, they start to call us. They want to be part of it. It's really a passion for a lot of people. It kind of gives them an escape from their everyday lives. It's nice. So we acquire them from everywhere. If you have some talent, call us. We give you the
Do
opportunity.
you put any announcements out?
Oh yeah,
you do? Okay.
yeah. YouTube. We use a bunch of social media to put that out there, and there's a lot of feedback.
Okay, cool. Are any of them in the business professionally, or are they just hobbyists?
Oh, a lot of them work on movies.
Oh, okay.
Well-known movies, plenty of them. But most of them they work their normal 9-to-5s, and they work extra hard for
So these
October.
people work 9 to 5, and then they come there and work again.
Yep.
And then just do it all over the next
Oh
day.
yeah, this is a passion. September and October, by the end, we are so worn out. Everyone is just going constantly. Just
And
put on a
are you
good
open
show.
7 days also?
Towards the end
Towards
of the
the end of
month.
October,
Yep,
right.
yep. And we'll be open till Halloween this year, so we don't usually do that. So Halloween should be a
Because
big one
Halloween's
this
on a
year.
Saturday this year,
Yes.
is it not?
No,
Friday.
Thursday.
No, is it really? No.
Is it a Thursday or Friday?
We have to go back to the calendar. we had to reference it before already. Yeah, I think it's going to go right up to the weekend this year. Yeah, it's a Friday. It's a Friday.
Perfect.
Halloween is a Friday this year. So now there's something new that you're doing now. We'll talk about the cell.
Yep.
But even more interesting is the lights out night, or the dark nights.
Oh, Darkness Unleashed.
Darkness Unleashed. Who came up with that scary concept?
Those were our guys. Those were
Really?
our core actors, yes. And I will tell you, I went through last year, and it was one of the most frightening things I've ever done. And
you know the place.
And I know the place. I was a part of building it every single step of the way. The lights are completely out. They can put a bag over your head. They can pick you up. They can drag you. You do sign a waiver.
Oh my God.
There's permission for this. It's all in good fun. I did come out, I think, with some tears in my eyes. I'm not gonna lie.
So you basically say green light to all the actors.
Green
is
light.
Do what you want.
Yep, and the feedback is the best thing people have ever seen.
Or felt.
Or not seen.
Or not
It felt,
seen, yes.
Exactly. Experienced, I should say.
So now, also in addition to that, you have now this new place called the Cell, which is
Yes.
an additional attraction. So you did allude to it before as being a maze, but it's a little bit more than a maze, obviously.
It is a little more than a maze. It's filled with fog and strobe lights, which you cannot find your way out. Last year, we filled that maze with zombies. This year, clowns are taking over.
Ooh, killer
Ew, I
clowns.
hate clowns.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah.
You know-
it's gonna be bad.
Just to give people a little backstory, we did a photo shoot there last year as
Yes.
well, and you have a clown room.
We do always.
And those were going to be published on the cover of Candela magazine, but then they did a little focus group on that,
Yeah.
and said half of them were terrified by it because they have a clown phobia.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we can't put that on the cover. It's just too scary. I'm like, it's just a beautiful
they did
girl
end up
stand.
putting some in.
You know, we put them in the magazine,
yeah.
but on the cover it was just too scary for most people.
It was, yeah.
Which does tell you that people are afraid of clowns. A lot of people are afraid of clowns, which is kind of interesting. I find that all fascinating, to be perfectly honest with you. It's such a great. People love to be scared.
Absolutely.
It's
Pure
so
entertainment.
Pure entertainment.
Gets
yeah,
your
exactly.
blood boiling.
And that clown room does scare quite a few people. just the way it is, nothing else. Okay, we're going to come back in just a couple minutes after we take this break with Jen.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Interviewing the best talent Boston has to offer. This is the Performer Radio Show.
Jen brought a few guests with her. Jen, you want to introduce us to your special friends?
Oh, my special friends. I'm a little scared of these guys.
I think everybody is. The two girls across from you right now are extremely scared at this point.
Squirming in her seat.
These are, as you said, two of our most popular residents of Barrett's Haunted Mansion. They've been roaming our halls for quite some time now.
And who is the, I dare to say, gentleman with the needles?
They call me Subject 13.
Ooh, okay. And I like
doctor.
this woman's. What would you call that? A doll? I don't know what you call that.
That's like a voodoo doll.
That's a voodoo or some kind of doll like that. And how long have you guys been living at the mansion?
Many years now, many years.
Let's say 23.
23 years? Wow, both of you, 23 years? That's fantastic. And the woman to my right, what's your name?
Adamina.
And how old are you?
I lost count
It's
now.
impolite to ask those things. I'm a
Yes,
lady.
I know. A lady? Are we sure about that?
I don't think we should work him up, Mike.
Yeah, I don't think I want to make them
29
mad, do I?
centuries and counting.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they've been in residence even longer than 23 years in a sense, haven't you? So now, each year, you guys seem to come out, and what's the attraction for you from your side?
Fresh meat. Everywhere.
Thousands of them, huh? Thousands of souls, and definitely. And for you?
Stress relief.
Stress relief. There we go. It's better than therapy, isn't it? At this particular point. So you guys have been doing this for a while. I know you're going to be in character for a little bit, but do you find that most people, you do scare some people, obviously. Do you get a thrill out of that yourselves, besides, the professional thrill of it?
Biggest rush out there.
Biggest rush out there.
More so than these guys.
And obviously you know something about being rushed, in a sense. So are you both in the mansion, or are you outside, or do you go in and out?
Free reign.
Free reign.
We can wander. We're not
Yeah,
bound.
there's only a few of those. Yeah.
wow.
It's just our core group of actors that
They're allowed to do.
So
like
on
that,
shift,
yes.
you can kind of run around and
We can chase
scaring.
you as far as we want.
Oh my
to
God!
your car
To
and
France, I'd be out.
Our souls aren't bound.
Oh God!
So how many souls do you think you've scared over the years? Tens of thousands? Countless. So how many others live in the mansion with you at any given time?
There are around 40 of us on staff.
40.
Maybe up to 50 by now.
Wow, that's phenomenal. And Jen, how do you keep track of everybody in terms of who's where and whatnot? Because I know these people, if we call them that, these souls are running around at will. But I mean, do you have like certain people have certain stations most of the time, or how does that work?
honestly, these souls and the other ones I was telling you, our core group, really, they man everything, We have assigned spots for everyone. They have some free reign. Like I was telling you earlier about the volunteers, we make sure they're in the house. So, you know what? It just kind of works out creatively where everyone wants to be. It kind of works out that way. They get their inspiration the minute the doors open. So, we man the house and then let these souls roam.
Okay.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Did you guys pick your characters?
Yes, one thing that they allowed us to do here at the mansion is to totally design our own people.
That is so cool.
Does that vary?
So your creativity
Same costume?
your creativity comes out.
absolutely.
Have you
6, 7,
have you mixed it up over the years, or just have you mixed it up over the years?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're always changing.
I have my favorites.
You have your
but other
favorites?
ones come out to play now and then.
Ah, okay. So you get to. This sounds like an adult playground to me.
You know what?
Pretty
That's
much.
exactly what it is.
So it's just as fun for the cast members as it is for the
Absolutely.
people attending, which is cool. Now, do you guys are you professional actors? Do you do any other gigs during the year besides this, or just a
Small
passion?
projects here and
Small
there,
projects
that's
here and
about
there. Okay, that's cool. Now, how did you guys find out about this? And just on board from the beginning?
Just a love for this kind of thing. A love for Halloween, just the attraction brings you to these places, and then you get sucked in, and it just takes your life away.
Wow, literally.
I know. Literally.
It sucks all the time.
Well, yeah, we got to tell people that the girls were actually literally scared when they went out
I
there.
know. When they walked in, I was like, "Oh my
I
God, I
tried
gotta
to
go
use the
home."
restroom and I got chased by one and halfway attacked by another.
Oh, too bad we didn't get that on camera. That's unfortunate. I was going to say, so you see all these people every year. Has any particular patron just stuck in your mind from their reactions over the years? Just tell me what your favorite is. Do you have a couple?
It's not the patrons, but the reactions, because a lot of the reactions are the same, but there's many reactions.
Right.
And the ones that they're just incredible. Fear is just the ultimate emotion, and it can make you you lose control of yourself. People will just drop to the ground out of fear. People will just turn and cower out of fear.
Run away.
Yeah.
They have no choice.
Jen, well, that's
I
a
had
good
to
question.
close my eyes.
Jen,
I,
has
closed
anyone
my eyes
ever
and
had a
screamed.
like?
I would just duck down.
Has anyone been really scared to the point where like they lost control of bodily functions or anything else?
Absolutely.
Really?
Happens.
Every
Yep.
year.
Every year.
That makes me want to.
Yeah.
There's always one.
It never fails.
It never
Had people
fails.
pass out.
Our Darkness Unleashed unleashed a puddle this year.
Oh, did it really? So
Puddle that required
beware.
2
Go to the
towels.
bathroom before you go to Barrett's Haunted Mansion during Darkness Unleashed. So all these years, all these people, and you guys are still doing this. So obviously you love it. Would you ever have if you could do it year round, would you do it year round? So that's a good question.
It would be really tough to do it year round
Yeah,
because of
it
the
takes-
amount of time that it takes
It
up.
does take a lot of energy, huh?
We're able to go full throttle for the 6 weeks that we need to.
So that's more important. Quantity is not as important, it's quality.
Absolutely.
And then we literally drop dead afterwards because it's just done.
Till the following year.
And then we probably start discussing new things a couple months after you.
That's a good question. I mean, you try to change it up each and every year, Jen, right? Do you have like certain ideas that come to you like when you're doing it, or just kind of wait, just go through a period of like, okay, we're out of this for a little while, let's get Thanksgiving, Christmas out of the way, then we'll start thinking of new ideas. Where do you get some of the inspiration for some of the rooms?
Well, every year we go to a haunt show in St. Louis, which is unbelievable. You see everything that's new in the industry, which is great. So if anything pops out, we kind of will work around those things that we find, but we always have an open mind. So there's really no limit on what we do. We have meetings frequently. We all work together. We talk about different ideas, movies that have come out. I just went to New Orleans this past weekend to our characters are going a little crazy over there.
Yeah, we got them on.
Just came home from New Orleans because our first 2 rooms have a voodoo theme. So we really wanted to do some research down there, and
That's the place to go for
that is the
voodoo.
place to go. Yes.
No doubt about that.
Cool.
And so when you get these ideas now, do you sort of like do a storyboard like they would for a movie and just kind of map it out or figure it out? How do you?
Yeah.
What's the process?
It's like that. We sit down together. We kind of all have notebooks out, or I'll take notes while everyone's kind of brainstorming, and we go from there. And once we get something small, it could be a tiny piece that goes on the wall. It can shape a whole room. We tend to look for the scare in every spot. It's not just about our scenes. Everything is really planned out. We know how to get our customers. We've become really, really good at that. Our details are unbelievable. Not only are our characters unbelievable actors, they're unbelievable artists, they're unbelievable makeup artists.
They definitely are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're a team. And creatively,
And I can
it's
attest
lovely.
too, because I walked through that whole entire mansion when we did the photo shoot.
Exactly.
And all the detail that a lot of people probably don't see,
That's
I was
right.
able to see.
Yes,
And of course,
exactly.
I had all the pictures I could look at it later on. So
And-
they do pay a lot of attention to detail.
right, for those details that you actually don't see, because you ladies, your eyes will be closed, I promise you.
Yeah,
You won't see half
they
of what's
will
going
be.
on. We have a lights on tour, which gives you the opportunity to go in. There's no actors. The lights are on, and you just get to appreciate everything that goes into that.
Every little detail.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's
Absolutely.
nice, a safe tour.
It's nice. It's a safe tour. You can bring your children. We recommend it. There's a
For
lot
the children in the room, yes,
Yep,
absolutely.
yep.
Not for another 5 years.
We're gonna take another break and we'll be right back.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Models, singers, comedians, dancers, and so much more. This is the Performer Radio Show.
And we're back with Jen and her guests from the Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Jen, why don't we tell them where it's located first?
We are located on Route 18 in Abington, just on the South Shore, maybe 20 minutes from Boston.
Yeah, 20, 30 minute stops.
Not
right?
too bad. It's worth the ride.
Definitely worth the ride,
Yep.
folks. Absolutely worth the ride. And you have the restaurant there. You have packages for the restaurant and the Barrett's tours.
Yeah,
is
we
right.
do. We have a bite and fright. We have that on Thursday night. Come in and get a special meal from the Ale House, get a couple drinks, get a special deal on your ticket. It's worth coming out for a Thursday evening.
And you're doing something else special this year, which I saw on your Facebook page. Well,
We
what's this
are.
about this
This is,
$10,000 giveaway? What's going on with
this is
that?
huge. We are calling it Barrett's Pays It Forward, honoring unsung heroes. So we've already made the decision, but we're not going to let that out yet. That's a big surprise. But we're going to write this check for $10,000 to this unsung heroes' favorite charity. So Barrett's Haunted Mansion is going to keep paying it forward.
That's awesome. And this is the first year for that, correct?
This is the first year. It's really big. We're really excited.
And you basically promoted this through social media, correct?
Yep, social media, and it blew up. So we're really excited.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your social media, why don't you give the people that information too right now?
Well, you can find us at bhmansion.com. You can go to our Facebook page, Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Check us out on YouTube. All of our new videos. We have a new one out that is unbelievable. If you thought you were scared of the cell
They're
before,
almost like movie trailers, aren't they?
Oh, they are
very
like
much so.
movie trailers. Yeah, a lot of work goes into it. Yeah, check out Barrett's Haunted Mansion on YouTube and look for our new trailer for The Cell. Like I told you before, you thought it was scary before. The clowns are taking over. It's an unbelievable video, and it shows you only a little bit of what we do, and it's that amazing.
Yeah, you got these two girls already fighting.
I know. I cannot wait for them to come down and get that VIP
Do you guys
treatment.
play clowns, or are you in that character? Okay.
You'll have to let us know when you're coming. I'll do something special for you.
I don't think No.
Oh boy, you girls are in for quite a treat. I can
know,
tell
right?
at this
I'll
point.
make sure that I'll walk you through the house just to make sure that you get the full experience.
I don't think you'd want to walk through.
Oh, that's so funny. A couple of years ago, I was in Hollywood at Universal Studios, and I got my first taste of what this horror amusement is like. And we were walking through The Walking Dead and everything else, and it's so much fun to see these things happening in this area as well.
Absolutely.
I know that some of the theme parks are picking up, but this is homegrown and it's more intimate, and I think that's better.
Yes.
That's even better. I mean, I know Universal Studios does put on a good show, but because this is right in your backyard, you don't have to travel 3,000 miles away to experience it, and you got some phenomenal people in this area, actors in this area, makeup artists, et cetera, that are doing a phenomenal job.
And I will tell you, it compares.
It does.
Yes,
I'm telling you right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that it's almost that good. I mean, it's very, very, very good. And for the price you pay, it's probably 1/4 what you would pay going to Universal Studios, and you get just as much fun out of it. And this is really great for the families as well. You do have a limit as far as kids, right?
We try.
You have to.
We don't recommend it for young children. There are some that are brave and they make it through, but we also have adults that come out crying. So, we leave it up to your
I know
discretion.
2 adults that are going to come out crying.
Exactly.
Okay, that was awesome. You can't get better television and radio than that. When people see this on video, they'll appreciate that reaction.
Right?
Okay, that was awesome. So people should realize that they can come and have a great time and very little money, and
you can make a night out of it.
Yeah, make a whole night out of it and enjoy the whole. And at that time of year, it's a great time of year to go out, and it's the weather's still okay.
Yep.
In terms of just wear a light jacket, and there's so many people there, you won't even notice that it's like a little nippy outside or anything else like that.
Exactly.
And you guys
you're so
keep
scared, you're nice and warm. Right.
Exactly. I remember the first time I went was like maybe about 15 years ago. That was the first time I checked it out. And you had the little line in the back, right behind but look how big it's gotten since then. Guys, do you... What's the word I'm looking for? Do you feel, I guess you could say feel, that when you scare people, what's the word? I'm trying to think of it. You like you said, you get a rush out of it, but it is more than just a rush.
It's power.
It's a power. That's what I was looking for.
Somebody else.
Power over somebody else.
Absolutely.
You control their emotions right at that moment.
You can tell. When you walk by, you can tell when you have someone without even looking at them. If you're just glancing out of the corner of your eye, you can tell who holds their breath for a second longer.
Do you kind of psychoanalyze people coming in before they who's going to be a mark?
Back and forth.
I love that.
The next victim, and I'll be able to tell right away. And it's like fishing. I gotta say, back to it and scare it whenever I want.
When we were at Universal Studios, actually, I took Jessica Graff, who used to be the co-hostess of the show, and they marked her from the beginning. And it's almost like they were telling everybody at every step along the way, check out that girl with the pink hoodie. She's the one you want to scare.
The good ones
yes.
get told about.
And they were set up with cameras following people everywhere and whatnot because they knew what was going to happen. So, I mean, it's great that you guys kind of like pick your marks before they walk in so you can have fun with them throughout the whole entire, and it makes it so much fun for the people that are with them because I couldn't stop laughing the whole entire night. And I love that kind of feeling where we get to have fun at somebody else's expense.
Experience.
It was so hysterical. I loved it. I loved it a lot. Do you kind of like feel like you, what's the word? Have you ever done it like for a group? Like, let's say you have a group of young ladies or something like that, or just like, carefree, happy-go-lucky teenage types, and that's like a challenge for you to scare them all at the same time. How does that work?
Ose aren't the challenge. The challenge is the big guy walking in. He's like 6'2", who thinks he's tough.
That guy that puts his girlfriend in front of him to protect him.
That's the ones we like.
I love it.
Challenges.
I love that. That's so awesome. All right.
And we'll have people that will say, "Oh, you're not scary. You're not scary." And those are my favorite because now I'm going to spend every moment I can to change your mind about that. And believe me, I will get you.
I love that. So that's in your particular case where you get to walk around and do what you want.
You're mine all night long.
It's just like, that one's mine. I'm going to get that one before the end of the night. That's awesome. So, Jen, let me tell you, you got the restaurant going there. How many other restaurants is in the Barrett Restaurant Group?
Well, we have 3 restaurants. We have a catering facility. So we have the Abington Ale House, which is right next door, right? Yeah. We have the Charlie Horse in West Bridgewater.
Oh, I know that place.
We have the Charlie Horse in Kingston. We have the Terrell Room in Quincy, which is a function facility. We have a lot of weddings there.
Very nice.
We have Plymouth Bay Catering, which is one of our large catering companies, and we have Barrett Catering, as well as Barrett's Haunted Mansion. So we've been in business for over 40 years. My grandfather started it up that long ago, and we just keep on going.
Has anyone ever rented the whole entire Barrett's Haunted Mansion for a function?
They have not, but we get asked all the time.
I was going to say, that would be the coolest event ever.
Wow, really?
Yep.
For a company to rent the whole entire place and just scare the crap out of it.
We have a lot of big companies that come and we, set them up with some VIP treatment,
Right.
But no one's rented the whole place out as of yet. We had 2 people get engaged last season as they exited the haunted house. And
that's awesome,
yeah, we had
too.
all our characters lined up.
So they set that up with you ahead of time. That's good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I love that.
2 of them. It was cool.
Oh, what a fright fest that must have been.
Yeah.
I love. What was more scary, the zombies or the fact that the guy might get married?
I know. As we're waiting for the yes or no, and the whole crowd's involved in the background now, because we get everyone pumped up, let them know what's going on. So it was a huge deal.
So you will.
And they both said yes.
How many other special requests or favors have you had over the years? Anything to come out to? I mean, obviously a proposal's different.
Yeah, birthday parties, weddings. We've asked big corporate parties.
You've had weddings there.
No, we just keep being asked.
Oh, you keep being asked at weddings.
Should we or should we not? I don't think it will happen, but it is a request. We get lots of different requests. The proposals, I would say, are the biggest thing that we've kind of allowed to go on because it doesn't really interfere. What we're doing is pretty serious, we feel, so we kind of let it happen.
Wow.
And okay, so now 23 years later, where is you got a lot of space there now because you basically got rid of the golf course, the mini golf course. Where do you see this expand? How much more expansion do you see in the near future?
Well, I mean, we have a small space for the house, so I don't see much expansion there, but I guess
Well, I mean, you get the cell now, that's expanding, and I'm sure you got something else in your brain.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Yep, we have a lot of property.
So be prepared for anything.
Exactly, be prepared for what Barrett's Haunted Mansion is bringing.
Wow, that's fantastic. Hey, listen, Jen, thank you very much for coming down. I appreciate that, and bringing your very special guests here. And thank you guys for just scaring the crap out of these two right here. We can't wait to bring them down. Dirty Water is going to be going down there at some point in the very near future. And we'll have a repeat of all the frightening situations there. Again, Barrett's Haunted Mansion is located Route 18 in Abington, and you've already opened up. You're open up on the weekends now only, right?
We are.
And then when do you start full time? Towards mid-October?
It is mid-October. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, very good. Check them out at, BHMansion?
BHMansion.com.
There you go. All right, we'll be right back with Close.
And we're out. You got plans?
You bet. $50 million Americans struggle with hunger, but we can do something about it.
Excuse me. What's going on?
Dinner. Please join me in helping put food on their tables. Together, we can feed America.
You guys keep going. I'm gonna get the plates.
Plates? Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
And you just saw the trailer for Barrett's Haunted Mansion for this year in the cell. That looked pretty scary, didn't it, girls?
No.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Too scary.
Did you have fun? Did you have fun tonight?
Yes. Is the door locked? Too scared.
You don't want them to come back in the studio?
Oh my gosh. I don't want to go to my car until they're gone. At least 20 minutes away.
Well, I get the two original scaredy cats in the studio. You really were scared, weren't you, Liz?
Yes, zombies are like my phobia. Like, I can't even believe I just sat here and they must have scared me like 4 or 5 times.
Are they really going to be gone before like the time I leave? Because I'm so excited to go to my car. I don't want them to
Thank God I'm getting a ride home.
Oh my God.
Wow, and this isn't even at the venue or the attraction. You guys will like this already. This is going to be so much fun when we do the TV.
Oh my God.
I can't wait.
We hope people will tune in for that. It'll be on dirtywaternews.com probably sometime in mid-October. And this has been a lot of fun. We know that every year the attractions in this area try and do their best, but these guys go way beyond their best. They really go all out. And like I said, even when you're waiting, they're taking care of you in terms of entertainment.
Their costumes are so realistic.
Exactly.
And, I mean,
that's so cool.
Yes.
I didn't even know they did their own makeup. That's amazing.
Isn't that? It's like they're all artists in their own way, not just with the makeup, with the acting and how they stay in character and whatnot. So that's phenomenal, and they're one of the best ones around. I know there are other great haunted mansions and whatnot, but these guys go above and beyond the Call of Duty, if you want to call it that. Coming up in the next few weeks, we have Boston Fashion Week, so we're going to be doing some stuff with that, and Boston Fashion Week is here in a couple of weeks, and we've got a lot of great shows coming up for that as well. And we just got out of Martha's Vineyard Fashion Week last week, and before that we had New York Fashion Week as well. Not to say Martha's Vineyard and New York are the same, but it's in this area, and a lot of people do great work down there in Martha's Vineyard for that show as well. Coming up in the next issue of Dirty Water News, we'll get some coverage of some Hollywood stuff going on too, and hopefully get some of the people that we're going to be writing about here in the studio in the very near future. But I'm not going to say names yet. We'll let the articles come out first. And don't forget to pick up Dirty Water News. There you go, right there, Liz on the cover. And that's the September issue, the back to school issue. And they're talking about the best bars in Boston. Yeah, Liz, show it off. There you go. You're looking so hot in your cute little schoolgirl uniform and whatnot. And we got Billy staring and gawking at you from behind. every single thing. This was not digital art too, by the way. We usually sometimes do digital art. Well, the writing on the blackboard is, but we usually use digital art sometimes in some of these scenarios. And next month's cover is going to be even more weird, if you want to call it that, or humorous. It depends on how you look at it. I'm not even going to talk about it, but it has something to do with Stage Nightclub, which is going to be opening in October. So stay tuned for that. That should be a lot of fun as well. So I guess that's it for this first episode of this season, girls. Thank you very much for being here. A-Marie is on, I guess not hiatus, but she's out in L.A. right now with her cousin Danny Victor, and they're doing something for the Bad Girls Club. They're filming an episode of the Bad Girls Club out in LA, so she should be back fairly shortly. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. We'll see. And Bianca, great job as your full-time, first-time hosting. I mean, technically you did host last time, but you were just kind of like more of a fill-in. But now we've elevated you from intern to assistant or fill-in co-hostess and whatnot. Bianca. And Liz just great for filling in too, as a matter of fact as well. And Liz, you've been doing a lot of TV reports too for Dirty Water as well. Both of you, actually, we did the both.
Yeah,
you both did the thing for Fenway. Yeah, the Red Sox a couple weeks ago.
That was so much
Yeah,
fun.
that was.
You guys had fun that night, didn't you?
Yes.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
I mean, the
know,
Sox.
I'm glad you were there.
I'm glad you were there. I was going to say this.
The Sox suck this year, but we still had fun at Fenway, and that was the important part. People can actually see that video on dirtywaternews.com. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can squeeze it in to this after the end of the show. We'll see. If we have enough time, maybe I can squeeze that video report in. We'll see. If not, just check it out on dirtywaternews.com. You can check it out on there. And so I guess that's it for until next week. Hopefully we get Lamont Price in here next week. And I think we've got a lot of great artists coming in and singers and whatnot. And just like this past week when we had Jay Stillen at the live show at the Greatest Bar, we're going to have a lot more people like that coming in during the course of this season. So, hey, welcome back, everybody. And until next week, this is Mike Sotos on behalf of Bianca Reyes and Diamond Liz, saying good night. Girls, say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
This is Amarie Ortiz from Dirty Water News and Performer Radio. On Wednesday, March 26th, another tragedy hit Boston as two courageous firefighters, Edward J. Walsh and Michael R. Kennedy, died in the line of duty. You can support their families by visiting the Boston Firefighters Credit Union website at www.bosfirecu.com. Please donate and help keep Boston strong.